So this is another one of those stories where I am ridiculously late to the party. I'm probably the last person in all of progressive political commentary to talk about this story, but I just couldn't pass it up because it really demonstrates that the level of hypocrisy that exists among the right is insane. It's almost unfathomable. That's how hypocritical they are. So for the two of you who don't already know about this, this is what caused outrage among the supposedly anti-PC police on the right. Newly elected Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib saying this about Donald Trump.
And when your son looks at you and says, "Mama, look, you won," bullies don't win. And I said, "Baby, they don't, because we're going to go in there and we're going to impeach the motherfucker."
Now, the backlash to that comment from the same crowd who will almost always denounce PC culture and hypersensitivity when it's on the left, it was overwhelming. They all quickly came out to denounce what she said about Donald Trump. Not necessarily because she said that she wants to impeach Donald Trump, but because she used a naughty word. And there was outrage everywhere, and that includes the former host of No Sellouts turned sellout himself, H.A. Goodman, who let everyone know in a 50-minute video how inappropriate her language was. You had Fox News hosts complaining, you had Trump's administration going on Fox News to complain, and then you had a number of Democrats go on Fox News to complain, but most importantly assure right-wingers that they'll in no way allow this type of uncivilized behavior to become the norm, even though Donald Trump is president. But my favorite meltdown out of all of them came from Joe Manchin, Republican Democrat Joe Manchin, a right-winger who couldn't wait to go on Fox News and condemn her, and not only that, but apologize to the nation. I'm not joking.
Oh, so disgusting. It was horrible, Neil. No one should approve of that, and I hope she doesn't talk to her son that way either. But, what can you say? I can't anyway condone that. It's not how we act in West Virginia. It's not how we talk about public leaders. We might disagree with each other, but we try to get through it. We try to find a pathway forward. Where, to act like that, just awful. And to speak like that is even more deplorable. I am so sorry. I want to apologize to all Americans, any sitting congressperson. There's 535 of us there, 100 senators and 435 congresspeople. We should have better manners than that, I assure you.
What a pathetic brown-noser you are, Joe Manchin. And since you're in the mood to apologize, will you issue an apology to Americans for your Big Pharma CEO daughter who decided to raise the price of EpiPens by 500%? Can we get an apology for that? My mom is one of the individuals who has to carry around an EpiPen with her wherever she goes. Can you apologize to people like my mom, Joe Manchin? Well, actually, Joe Manchin came to his daughter's defense and assured all of us that she's actually compassionate and generous in spite of what her actions may lead Americans to believe.
What's his moral barometer? Where is it at? It's nowhere.
See, the problem with people like Joe Manchin and H.A. Goodman and any other MAGA chud that you're going to see on Fox News is that they don't really care about the physical harm that's being done to Americans. But if it's Trump's ego that's being harmed, that's when they're going to speak out. What a brave soul you are, Joe Manchin, for coming to the defense of poor Donald Trump. I'm sure you have no trouble sleeping at night. I mean, these people are jokes. Now, of course, the king of snowflakes, the person who's supposedly against PC outrage but literally sued someone over a joke, decided to come out and say how offended he was.
Your comment about the freshman congressperson's comments specifically about...
Well, I thought her comments were disgraceful. This is a person that I don't know. I assume she's new. I think she dishonored herself, and I think she dishonored her family. Using language like that in front of her son and whoever else was there, I thought that was a great dishonor to her and to her family. I thought it was highly disrespectful to the United States of America, yes.
Her comments were so disgraceful and so disrespectful, and she dishonored herself and her family. Yes, because saying motherfucker is a way to dishonor yourself and your family, but fucking a porn star, having an extramarital affair, that's not going to dishonor you or your family, is it, Trump? The hypocrisy knows no fucking bounds. Now, I could point to you how Donald Trump had no problem with Kanye West saying motherfucker in the Oval Office in front of him, or how Donald Trump even said the same word himself.
Listen, you motherfuckers, we're going to tax you 25%.
And besides that, we can talk about all of the other morally reprehensible things that Donald Trump has said, because there's an infinite number of obscene things that Donald Trump has said. But instead of doing that, rather than putting together a compilation, which is what I initially wanted to do, I'm going to share a clip from Bernie Sanders, who went on Sarah Silverman's show, because I think that really what he says here, what he said a couple of months ago, is more relevant than ever.
And we can't even use dirty words. This is the United States Senate.
I can't?
No, it's the United States Senate. We just starve little children. We go bomb houses and buses of children. We give tax breaks to billionaires, but we don't use dirty words.
No, not the S word that means poop.
That's right, we don't do that.
That would be so crass.
Yeah, so I think that Bernie Sanders sums up this situation perfectly. People are more outraged in media, in Congress, when you use naughty words. But bombing children in Yemen, giving Saudi Arabia the bombs that they'll drop on kids in Yemen, no outrage for that. In fact, it's difficult to get us to pass bills to stop them from doing that. You actually have to rally support for something like that, something that's common sense, right? To stop supplying Saudi Arabia with weapons. We don't care about any of that. We're not outraged that people who are growing up now are not going to die due to old age. They're going to die because of climate change. We're not outraged about that. But if you say a naughty word, then we're going to denounce you. But at the same time, we will simultaneously look for every single example and pluck out wherever there is an example of outrage on the left. Oh, what's this? A blue-haired college campus lib decided to protest the speech of Milo Yiannopoulos? What an SJW. Aren't the left just being unreasonable? Aren't they so outrageous? Aren't they too sensitive? But at the same time, they're as sensitive themselves. Tomi Lahren went on Fox News to complain about how offended she was that there was someone that protested the flag. I mean, these people who denounce snowflakes, they're doing nothing more than projection because they are the biggest snowflakes themselves. So understand that hypocrisy isn't just the product of conservatism. As Ben Dixon says, it's a feature of conservatism. It's part of conservatism. They don't care how hypocritical they are. They don't give a shit about the optics. All that they care about is winning. So Democrats need to stop buying into this game. Members of the media should stop playing the Republican Party's game. And we should actually start caring about things that matter, like healthcare and education, and not when people use naughty words. So I just had to say my piece on this, even if I'm late, because this was just a new level of hypocrisy from the right. But they keep lowering the bar, so I'm sure that in a month or two, we're going to see a more brazen example of them being outraged over something even less important.
Subscribe if you like this video, folks. Mike's tremendous, and he's doing a really, really good job. Many people are telling me about how wonderful the Humanist Report is. Bigly.